Hey everybody, how's it going? So earlier this year, on the 31st of March, I was sitting down and I was doing some introspection. I don't exactly remember the exact circumstances of it, but for whatever reason, I wasn't taking any prisoners. I wasn't exactly willing to hide anything from myself, and it's something rare. It's I wasn't For some reason, I was willing to let that part of myself, that part of my ego that protects my own image against the truth, I was willing to let that go. I was fine with perhaps looking at the truth head on and humiliating myself in the process, or not even necessarily humiliating myself, but allowing myself to see my own flaws naked and without a nice dress on top. And I believe that one moment managed to spawn what is perhaps the most important idea that I came across maybe in my entire life. I believe that day, the 31st of March, is literally the day that my life took a different course. And when I'm 35 and I look back, I'll be able to pinpoint to that date and say, yeah, this is all where it all started. So what I was thinking about is, when I was doing that introspection session, I actually took the time to write it down. I was journaling, and I'm hoping to share this idea, and I'm hoping to read that journal entry to you guys and share my insight with you. I truly believe from the depth of my heart that if you do take this advice to heart and if you do follow through with it, your life will change and you will create your dream life, but it will come at a very steep cost, and you must be willing to pay the cost. I do believe that it is in our grasp to live exactly the way we want to live, and I do believe that we can have anything we want, but I also believe that we can't have everything. So without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and read you my journal entry for that day. Get my reading glasses as well. And it goes like this. The title of the entry is One Thing at a Time. I think I know why I'm not moving forward, or rather why I'm moving forward at snail's pace. I'm quite productive during my season. I hustle all day and I get shit done. I plan, I reflect, and I tick boxes. I read new ideas, I go out and I apply them. I sharpen my sword, and yet the results are not there. What's going on? Well, I think I know the answer. I think I knew the answer before as well, but for some reason, I just wouldn't want to accept it. Here's the thing. My primary goal is getting ripped. I'm staying disciplined with my diet, and I'm also staying disciplined with my training regimen. I'm making some progress, I'm building momentum, but now I have this couple of wins under my belt. And I start getting this itch of starting to work on cold approach as well. It makes sense too, after all. Training and diet take maybe 2 hours per day at the most. There's no reason I shouldn't make progress on cold approach as well. Tyler warns against using exercise as an excuse not to talk to girls. And I don't want to fall down that path either. But here's the thing. This is the exact same pattern I follow every time I get in season. Every single time I get this thought of, you know what, maybe this time I should actually just focus on this one thing. But then I think to myself, nah, I can do this other thing as well. And then what happens is that I proceed to juggle several projects at once, For instance, last year I was cold approaching, I was doing app development, I was sprinkling some fitness on top, and I also focused on building my life up in general. But this might be hindering me. Doing this is spreading my attention too thin. I'm diluting my focus. I let myself off the hook and allow myself to plateau by saying, yeah, I didn't make progress on my goal, but today I'm focusing on this other thing. I start feeling like there's not enough time in the day. I'll get frustrated and overwhelmed, and eventually I'll burn out. So I end up chasing 2 rabbits at the same time, or maybe more like 4. And what do I have to show for it for the last few years? I mean, yeah, I have some achievements. I have mood bites, I have behemoth, I have some basic old approach skills, I have a decent physique. But are there any of them really that great? They just seem like a bunch of scattered projects, not really brought up to their full potential. They look like abandoned ruins that could have been beautiful castles. If instead I said to myself, I'm not starting anything new until I achieve this goal, the story would look quite different. I might have fewer projects, sure, maybe 2 or 3 achievements in my lifetime, but they would be solid. The thing is, working on more than one project is a reward. It's something you get to do after you've proven that you can complete a goal. It's something you can be trusted with after you have a solid track record of wins. From now on, I want to be someone that completes goals. I want to be someone that sets a target and gets it done. I want to be an executor. I don't want to be a dabbler anymore. So starting today, I'll adopt this identity. I'm someone that sets a target and gets it done. Until then, let's focus on getting 1 to 4 goals down every year, one at a time. I should adhere to the 90-day goal philosophy. For 90 days at a time, I have a singular focus. I don't try to introduce any new things, and I try to keep a stable target. On a daily basis, this might invoke a lot of feelings of FOMO. There's so much more I could be achieving after all. But think about it. It's 4 solid goals every year. That would make your life look very different, and it would also last. And remember, the old way of introducing 2 to 4 things at a time wasn't working anyways. Always remind yourself, how much farther could have I been if I just maintained focus? And that's it, man. It might not sound like much, but it's just moments like this where the truth just looks you square in the face and you allow yourself to say, you know what, maybe I'm just fucking up. Maybe I know what I should be doing, but I'm not doing it. And yeah, the thing is, I see so many different people falling down this trap, and I truly believe that 90% of the people that do focus on self-improvement fall into this trap. And it's fucking sad, man. It's fucking sad. It's always the same thing. It's always, you get a spark of motivation and you decide to change your life, and then you decide, you know what, man, I'm actually gonna hit the gym this one time. So I wake up at 5 in the morning and I put on my gym clothes and I'm motivated and I go to the gym and I have a killer workout, and then I come back home and I'm like, I still have 3 hours before my job starts, so I'm gonna start learning programming, or I'm gonna start working on my dream business. And you put in so much fucking work. You do rep after rep after rep, and then you go to sleep and you tell to yourself, man, I had an amazing day today. Tomorrow is gonna be the same. But then tomorrow comes and you're no longer motivated. And you stop, and everything falls apart. And you just find yourself falling down the same rabbit hole over and over and over again, and you never move forward. And you realize that you just wasted 40 years of your life just spinning in circles and thinking that you were working on yourself, when in fact you weren't doing anything. And to get what you want out of life, literally all you have to do is say and admit to yourself, I just can't do it all. I'm just not there. I simply cannot do it. But I can do one thing. I can literally just make a promise to myself that for the next 90 days I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm not gonna miss a single day. And man, it's such a wonderful thing. Like, from the 31st of March, I started a bit of a challenge myself where I said I'm gonna go to the gym every single day. Not every single day, obviously, I'm gonna have rest days, but I'm gonna go to the gym every single day that I was supposed to go to the gym. And that's gonna be my singular focus. I don't care if I'm gonna be a slob socially, I don't care if I'm not gonna talk to any girls, I don't care if I'm whatever. I don't care if I'm gonna be a loser in every single other area of my life. I'm going to the gym every single fucking day for 9 days. And I did it. It was amazing. And it changed me as a person on a core level. Not because I got jacked, not because I got some big fucking guns, but because it showed me that if I put my nose down to the grindstone and I put the reps in, I can actually make a change. And it proved it to myself, because we know this mentally, we know this from a logical standpoint, but we don't know this emotionally. We don't actually understand that we do actually have control over how our life looks. And when you see it in front of you, when you see yourself staring back at you from the mirror, and you have that six-pack abs that you thought was just a figment of your imagination, but now is staring right back at you, you realize that you can fucking do it, man. You can have that $1 million. You can have that amazing girl or guy or whatever in your life. You can be that guy that has friends everywhere he goes. You can be that guy that's well known and has a following of people that he changed the lives of. You can have all that stuff if you're just willing to leave everything else. That's it. So yeah, to talk about the results, I started off as fairly fat, and in 90 days I got a six-pack abs. In the meantime, I had to shed a lot of friendships that were not conducive to my goal, and it really did mark a new start of a new chapter in my life, because you could really see how all these social connections that, to be honest, I did value to some degree, you see them falling apart. But it did work. It did work. Putting my nose down actually brought the result that I wanted. I had the promised goal. And now I'm starting my second goal, which is working on my business. And I've been into this for about 2 months now. And in these 2 months, I've quit my job and I have savings, and I started working full-time on my project, on my company. My company was literally just open today, so it's all official. And I pretty much doubled the amount of visitors that I have in my app in the past 2 months. And it's all going up. And it's amazing to see. It's truly amazing to see that when you actually focus and when you actually honestly align yourself with your goal, that you can get whatever you want out of life. But yeah, that was it for me today, guys, and I hope that you get some sort of value from this. As always, please like, subscribe, whatever the fuck, like, share if you like this video. To be fair, I would enjoy getting more people to see these things, because I would like to create some sort of community in which we, I guess, discuss and I guess share the same type of mindset. That would be nice. So if you know anybody that would fit into this type of demographic or into this type of thinking, it would be very nice to bring them into our community. So yeah, anyways, thank you for sticking with me, and I'll catch you guys on to the next one. See ya.